to the Vietnamese coffee shop.
What's up, everybody? It's been a minute.
It's been quite some time now.
Yeah, it's been like 2 months.
Yeah, forgive us.
Yeah.
So the other episode that we actually shot, it actually didn't roll over to the new memory card that had most of the footage, and then secondly, the audio recording was messed up because we touched the thing and it didn't record properly, so it had a buzz in the whole way, so I couldn't upload that footage to you guys, and we apologize for taking our sweet ass time, but
They don't miss us anyway. So
yeah.
it's all good.
Well, actually, there was like one person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, shout out to that one person that told me, "Hey, keep going."
Yeah,
Appreciate the love.
That's what's up. Appreciate that.
But someone did say, "Hey, when are you gonna shoot again?" And we were like, life just caught up to us, and we all have work and jobs now, right, and families, and as much as we want to cater to this podcast, and just know that we actually love doing this. By the way, it's just sometimes life hits you and you don't really know exactly when to make up time for the stuff that you love, right? And Carter here, he has great news that's happening for him, as a matter of fact. What have you been up to, Carter? I mean, your wife has been pregnant for some time now. She was just knocked up the last time we spoke.
Was it?
Yeah, on air. We just found out that you had a baby boy. And how has that journey been for you?
For me, I mean, nothing much going on with me in that part, but I guess I'm taking more responsibility at the house.
Are you telling me there's no exciting news?
I mean, he's about to be due soon, so that's pretty exciting. First one, so all the parents out there know how that feel like, and going through that, I guess. So I'm excited, I'm anxious, I'm nervous, all at the same time. I just figured out, the whole process of it with work and stuff like that to get off. You know what I'm saying? So EDD allows you 8 weeks, 60.
What is EDD?
EDD, I forgot what it stands for, but when people are working, you get laid off, you call EDD so they can kind of help you. That's like the state.
Unemployment?
Yeah, unemployment.
Okay.
Type, that program that's ran through the state. So basically, they give you 8 weeks, 60 to 70% of your pay.
And, nice.
And then my company, they don't give you nothing. But
hey, wait, so you taking some time off?
Oh yeah.
When the kid comes out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I told her too, like, because I feel like her pregnancy wasn't as smooth as I hear other people have it. She was like, had a lot of nauseous days and weeks, you know what I'm saying? So it went up to like, I would say probably like 6 months where she was still getting like nauseous and stuff. But it's her first one too, so she's going through that. And
when you say nauseous, was she like throwing up and all that?
Nah, none of that. But every once in a while, she kind of get that gag reflex, or like just feeling headaches and like weak all at the same time. But lately, she's been kind of cool. Just a lot of tiredness going around. She's just really tired for the most part. So yeah, I'm excited to take some time off to kind of relieve her, I guess you could say.
Cheers to that, man.
Yeah, man. So shout out to the wife for holding it down right now. So
I know she's it's a good man. She's excited, but I hear that women say, man, they just want the baby out by the 8th, 9th month. Like they just sit around and complain, like, damn, just want to get out.
I mean, imagine yourself carrying another baby, like 6 pounds, maybe. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, but you put on 30 pounds. That's the norm.
Nah, she put on like 100 probably. She still look good though, you know what I'm saying. But nah, she ain't put in no weight at all. But
hey, some women have that nice glow.
She's still good.
They call that a pregnancy glow. You hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah.
She's glowing. She been glowing. I don't know.
She glowing or she blowing?
But Yeah, it's been cool. She like I said, man, she's just she's been a lot more tired. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know. It's to each their own. But for her, yeah, she's a lot more tired. So hopefully, when the baby come out, she could just relax and recover from the what you call that again when the baby come out uh,
Baby comes out.
the birth. Yeah,
That coffee getting to you, huh?
yeah. So I even told her like I was down.
Hey, yeah. Shout out to you. Hey, hang in there. We got how many more months?
Shit, we got one. I mean,
One more month to go.
December
Right.
18th is the
Yeah.
due date that they gave her.
And the next 18 years, it's all Carter. That's it. Just because.
There's a joke I keep saying like I'm gonna raise him till he's 11 and kick him out. So I want him. Well, I'm ready to train his ass and get him on his way out the door and let him, let him conquer the world or whatever.
Well, the good news is that now you can qualify for food stamps if you ever get unemployed, right? So
Okay.
that's the perks of having kids, right?
And
taxes.
And I get access to this fridge right here on my left. Y'all can't see it, but it's a fridge right here on my left. This is Jimmy's kitchen right here. So I got access to that too. So maybe if the food stamps don't work out, I can freeload up in here. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm trying to take the whole 2 months. I mean, and then there's another thing I could take, which is it's not EDD, but for your future parents to be, there's a 12-week no pay though, but I think it's mandatory that they give you, or you can apply for it or something like that. But your job cannot lay you off within 12 weeks of taking that leave, that family leave. So for y'all future parents out there, yeah, just make sure you look into it. But I just literally had this call with my boss the other day, 2 days ago, and we discussed what's going on, and they came up with that. I didn't even know about that.
So the woman is called maternity leave, right? And I
Yeah.
think that the men is called paternity.
Family leave.
Oh, is that?
Yeah,
I thought it was-
family
I don't
leave.
know what paternity. No, never mind. Maybe I'm making up words.
Yeah, we're a small company, and in our handout, it says everything to do with being pregnant and basically being a woman that's pregnant. But there's nothing about the man or anything like that. So I guess the handbook is very dated. But yeah,
Maybe you should stop checking off non-binary and just check out female when you apply for EDD.
yeah,
Right. So
they
they don't.
They might just give me 6 months
Yeah,
instead.
they don't know if
you're
you're a male or a female, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's like, is it against the law now to be asking about that? I
Probably.
don't really know much about it,
Probably.
but the whole non-binary thing's a new thing to me.
I heard there's like 100 different titles that they could use nowadays too for each human being to be called or want to be called.
It's the first time I got addressed this past week when somebody asked me
Yeah.
what my identify. I was like, what the fuck? So I just got a doctor. I went to the doctor. I haven't seen a physician for quite some time. I've been avoiding my actual physician. So all I've been seeing was like sleep specialists over the X amount of years of the past decade. So never actual a real physician, only to get blood work referred and stuff like that. So he asked me when I first came in, how do you identify? I was confused. I said, what do you mean? And he goes, male, he, she,
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
non-binary. I was like, oh man, this is what my boy's been telling me about. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of confused. I was like,
I forgot
what I
I identify as.
I don't even know how to answer that anymore.
Hit me with the okie doke question right now. Like, oh shit.
I was like, is there perks to doing other ones?
right?
like what is the purpose of asking these questions? I mean, where is it leading to? That's why I was curious about how I should answer it. Because now you're telling me that they'd only give it to females for maternity leave. If you had checked the non-binary box, would you get that 6 month paid? You think?
Yeah, a lot of laws going to be changing in the next future for us. I mean, it's already going on every day. Like people can. There's a thing with the DMV. I hear like you could change your sex or your title, whatever it's called, like any day you want. You could just go up there and you could do that. I was like, oh shit, that's interesting. Days we in now, like. So I understand it why they came at you like that because they don't want to disrespect you. So that's respectful that he said it the way he said it. But yeah, man, I mean, I
Yeah, I personally I don't understand. Besides the fact that people feel offended, what is the purpose of identifying it? That's what I'm saying
so they know
for record, right?
so they know how to call you,
Yeah.
what to call you. You know
Okay.
when they talk to you,
Okay, that's
Miss,
it.
Mister,
Just so they
or
don't feel
them. They
sensitive. I mean, they feel. How do I say it?
disrespected. I don't know. That's how I take it. Like they don't call me out my name. You know, that's not my name. So you got to call me by this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they want to be referred as. So you have to respect that person for.
I mean, I think there was an argument where people can just check random boxes and identify as black or white or whatever now, right? Since they try to put that
Yeah,
on
yeah.
paper too as
There's a
well.
bunch of people pushing the boundaries of these rules nowadays, which were so simple back in the day. But to each their own, man. I respect it. You know, I don't disrespect nobody, and I give it how it goes. So,
Mm. So yeah, I mean, okay, so
but anyway, yeah. Like back to like, this is great information for my future parents to be. Like, you know, with work, you get 8 weeks from EDD. You got to go apply for that, and they give you up to 60 to 70% of your check. And then after that, it runs concurrent with the 12 weeks that they're allowed to give you without, I guess, no judgment on your job title. You know, your job should still be secure within 12 weeks. And I guess you go apply for that as well. So once you reach out and apply to that company recognizes you and basically, I guess, fights for you if your company tries to lay you off within that 12 weeks, if you choose to take that. You know, and of course you could take that in different segments throughout 12 months, and you have to work with the company within a year, at least a year, to get that full term. So, and then also like you don't even have to work full 12 months, but if you do work 12 months, you get the full 12 weeks off for family leave, and then um, so if you work 6 months, you'll get 6 weeks basically. That's kind of how it goes, or what I got of what my understanding of it is. But for the most part, that's what the facts are, and you have to go apply for those things, and it has to be within 30 days of your due dates, and then your doctor will give you that note, and you can do what you do with it.
so what are you doing on your time off? Did you make plans for that yet?
No, I mean I'm planning to just be changing diapers and feeding. I stepped up and I was like, man, you know what? I feel like I wanted to relieve my wife, of course, of the 9 months. So I told her straight up, like, you know, I'll watch him for 9 months if you want, like
Trade off? Yeah.
just to let you kick back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even tripping. Like I saw it, even told her, but I already know she's gonna be hands on and all up in there too. So, but I just try to ease her mind. You know what I'm saying? As much as I could, and yeah, man. Hopefully, you know everything's smooth. We just hopefully to stay blessed and help him come out healthy. So, yeah, man. He's coming out anytime. They say anytime now, like after 30 weeks or 24 or something like that.
Mm.
Even they usually tend to come early. That's what my wife said. She researched on people her size supposedly. How about your wife? Did she come out early or were any of them?
She actually came out on time.
Mm-hmm.
It's she hit the 1 percentile. That's like the rarest thing to
Oh
happen.
shit!
So
Yeah,
Lana came
yeah.
out on time. My second daughter came out 2 days earlier.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah,
So full term is 40 weeks, right?
you asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I think full term is
I should be counting down the days, but I
40.
spent half the time smoking weed, half the time
Yeah.
trying to
go
pass by
sleep.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So speaking about boys coming out, I saw Halloween just passed
Yeah.
a couple days ago,
Yeah.
right? And my daughter and I, we went down. We were, I think, I don't know where we were at. We were at somewhere, and we saw a boy at the mall.
Uh-huh.
He was a 5, 6 year old. I mean, at tops 6, 7 years old. Maybe because he's Asian, right? He was wearing a mermaid costume at
Yeah.
5 years old,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And I was in shock because my daughter started laughing. She says, "Why is he wearing a mermaid costume? He's a boy." And I was just kind of like, I looked and I was like, "You sure it's a boy?" And I looked, I was like, "Oh shit, it is a boy."
Right.
And I tried to identify the parents, but I couldn't even really see it because it was like the back of them walking away.
Yeah.
And the first thing that came across my mind was like, I thought they don't know until they're 7 or 8. That's what I was told, right? And then I had told this story to one of my buddies
Mm-hmm.
when we went out trick or treating that night, and my buddy looked at me in shock, and he was like, "Yo, I just saw fucking a little boy wearing an Elsa costume too," and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, man. It's 'cause here's the thing, right? We're talking about kids that are 4 or 5 years old. I mean, to each his own, right? But I'm hearing like, oh, they know by the time they're 7, 8, or whatever. Give them that extra time. But if I feel like you're almost, I don't even know where to go about this. Like, so if let's just flip the script. If somebody had asked me, what would you do if your son came out to you at that age or whatever it might be? I mean, I'm gonna let you answer first. How would you feel?
Yeah.
How do you
No.
feel about
Like
that?
I kind of.
Sorry, am I getting off topic? Dude?
No. No.
You
No.
just
I mean
reminded me off of that. Like,
that's
boy, you said my boy's coming out. I was like, oh, we're talking about boys.
yeah. No. Like. I mean, that's our show. I mean, we just keep flowing with whatever flows at
Right,
the
but
moment.
how do you feel about it? I didn't think I was going to talk about that because
Yeah,
this is one of those sensitive subjects, and I
it
understand
is.
that.
It is a sensitive subject. That's why I kind of.
But I'm curious about how you felt when I had told you that 2 kids, 2 boys, 5, 6 years old, max is 6, 7,
Yeah. No, I mean,
is wearing a mermaid costume and an Elsa
it
dress.
doesn't look right, right? But at the same time, like I respect my nephew. Uh, he likes to paint his nails sometimes with his sister. He likes certain colors that he likes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine. It is what it is. But I wouldn't want him trying to uh, be. Yeah, it is a touchy. I don't want to offend, or we never here to. That's why I kind of laughed at myself. I was like, man, I have no clue on even how to approach this topic with you right now. That's why I kind of giggle. I was like, I'm totally clueless because I feel like we need more information before we kind of could step into.
But even if we don't even have information, we're just talking about today's society, the way that we were taught certain things or whatever, right? I'm just reflecting,
sure.
right? Now, I'm not against it at all. If you want to, transform yourself into, and check the box of, non-binary or whatever it might be and stuff like that, go ahead. It's none of my business, right? But I just feel like a child is so innocent to a point where they're influenced by our decision making.
Yeah.
And we're almost reinforcing it by
Yeah.
doing so, by purchasing that Halloween costume for them to do so.
Yeah.
Right? And has there been times where I felt like a significant I can't throw them on the bus, but have I been times where I felt suspect to somebody and stuff like that, and damn, am I really going there right now?
Well, I mean, like people. That's why there's a saying: "You're coming out the closet," right? People do hide and are ashamed because it's not welcomed by society, right? So that's why people stay in the closet because they don't want to come out because they're going to be judged and judged the wrong way. Negativity.
Damn,
Right? A lot of negativity comes with because they're scared because their group or their circle isn't so.
And I'm afraid for those kids. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
So opening to change or different, right? People so quick to pull the trigger on like knocking them down for it or hating on them in a sense. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, we kind of got to be more open-minded. That's true. Yeah, as parents, I wouldn't want my son to be wearing that. No, that's for girls. You're a boy. You know what I'm saying? Because I can kind of go down that route too and be like, us parents should
Be more accepting of it. Yeah.
guide the best way possible and let the training wheels off in a sense and let them do their thing, right? As long as they're not causing harm or, causing hate towards another person or human, then so be it, right? Love is love. Any way around it, it is what it is. Like I was gonna say, like I knew a gay person once told me like he knew he was gay when he was fucking 5 or some shit like that. I was like, wow, you know. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I did for a long time uh, felt like
So,
their mind is too young to understand what's going on. So being an adult mind, give them until they're 18 to make that decision for themselves, in a sense.
that's
But
exactly how I feel about the situation. I mean, we can nurture them as much as we can, right? But at the same time, we want to give them the right to defend themselves if they come across bullies.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, man, could you imagine the child going to school and everybody he knows that he's a boy and he's dressing like a girl, um, and he's gonna get, so there's gonna be some tension build up over time, right? And like, let's be real, kids, they speak their mind freely,
they
and
do.
there's
They
no
do.
filter, and that child is gonna go through some bullying because of the way that his parents. Man, I don't even want to blame it on the parents, because the parents at the same time they're trying to embrace their child and accept it. But when lightning strikes twice, I'm gonna call bullshit on the fucking parents. Because let me just say something, right? Sorry, I'm a little upset when I think about this situation. There was this woman that raised, so she's a lesbian. She has a partner that's a lesbian, right? I have no problem with that. But she has two children that decided to be lesbians too as well. Now, how is it that lightning strikes twice, and,
The,
and you're just, I don't know. The odds of that happening, I'm sorry to say, there's some influence involved with that.
I mean, it's a lot of influence, I would say. I mean, they grow up around all influences their whole life, so I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it's an odd event, you know, that's
Oh man,
something
I'm
like
not
that
gonna be
happening
liked about this
twice.
this
But
episode at all. But
but like I said, I mean, it's deeper than that in a sense. But off top, yeah, I mean, logically, it doesn't make sense to us. But if you kind of break it down emotionally, you got to be more open to it and put your heart into each and every thought process. So it's not just logic, right? So as long as you put logic and emotion to any topic situation, it'll kind of calm you down in a sense. So maybe you could try that because it won't make you as hot, right? Because with the parents understanding and trying to respect them and let them be who they want to be truly is the best thing a parent could do,
I'm
right?
okay with that. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. And
but
I support
there
that
will be
too.
bullies out there. That's true, but it's on society and those bullies' parents to make these kids aware of what they're stepping into because that's their job anyway. So nowadays, these parents, you parents out there have to have these conversations about how not to bully these kids, and because kids gonna be kids, they're gonna be stupid, they're gonna make fun of things, and all we want to do is bullshit and laugh anyway, right? But they have to know this before they step out that house. These parents got to step it up and understand that society nowadays, there's a lot more going on. There's he, him, them, they, like a million other terms that they use nowadays. So being a parent to be, I have to break that down to my kid and make them understand it's not okay to be judging this person, this kid, for wanting to be in a mermaid costume because maybe that's just their favorite character right now, and it's okay if they want to play dress up as a girl, right? And just accept them for that, and maybe they just grow out of it the next year, the following year, whatever it may be, right? But at the same time, like I said, it's on us too as parents to understand that this society that we're growing up in. You have to make your kids aware of this shit,
Yeah.
so
So
they don't go out there just bullying on all these kids, and all these kids gonna just go back into hiding like in the closet, right?
so let me tell you, when my daughter had told me, when I said that she was laughing, she wasn't laughing because she doesn't understand this whole thing, and she just thought it was weird. She was like,
Yeah, they're
she,
kids.
yeah. So, and she's the sweetest girl in the world, man. So I had to talk with her, and all I can say was that people are gonna decide to do what they want to do. There's nothing not for you to laugh at. I mean, they clearly, or he was clearly happy or proud of walking around like that. So be it, right? and I just left it alone. But I didn't think that I was gonna run this conversation back on a podcast for other people to listen to.
Yeah,
But
no, I mean it's a good topic to talk about.
it is,
Definitely,
but at the same time, it's like, man,
we have to talk about these things anyway. So I mean, all the topics that are out there, that's what we want to kind of attack. I mean, not attack, but talk about and give our 2 cents in a sense, and hopefully somebody could take something positive from it and move on with it, right?
mm-hmm.
But yeah, like with that, is just like it's just like if we see the freaking Vietnamese concerts that they post on all the fun shops back in the days, probably in the 90s, right? Early
Oh,
2000s.
Paris by Night.
Paris by Night.
There you
And then
go.
you see all the artists up there, and you see that one dude.
Oh, the one with the mustache look like a man and woman.
Yeah.
That guy.
We all got a good giggle out of that,
I'm gonna
right?
try to find him and put him on the screen for y'all,
You
fat
know,
man. But
but
anyway, damn.
it's just like that. It's just like
I
such an
I never-
odd thing to look at.
Right.
It's just funny, you know.
Right.
It's just we never seen that before, you know.
That's
And now
funny.
we see a man looking like a woman
with a beard,
with a full mustache, it's
with a
just
mullet.
So different. It's so mind-boggling that we laugh. It's like because it's funny. It's out of ordinary, you know. So we don't mean no disrespect from it, you know. It's just a rare sight. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it's definitely
so-
odd to yeah, and it's unique. I like to say,
Yeah,
but
so-
kids they be like,
Yeah,
mean
so
about it.
with Lana, she probably saw that and just got a little giggle out of it, like how we did with that dude. So
yeah,
we mean no harm, but you know, as long as there's understanding of what's going on in society, you know, a better understanding, better grasp of it, then yeah. But you know, my stance is like, I wish that because at 18 I was still making dumb decisions, as you all know, you guys do too. So that's like the appropriate age of being a young adult, right? That's when you step out of high school. But all through my 20s, I feel like I'm still a kid in the playground. So when I turned 30, that's when I truly felt like an adult. But
so no more mermaid dresses for us.
yeah, man. But like there should be a proper age to where we say, hey, this is the best path we want you to go down, and we stand on that. And then when you're 18 or whatever age you guys your parents agree on, then let that be the determining age where they can choose. And we just got to learn to accept and learn to grow with the society that we're living in now, right?
So when is it that we have to draw the line saying that, we should stop intervening or intervene?
That's tough. Like I said, man, I got to do more research before I really put my stamp on it. Like I got to talk to my wife about it, get her opinion. Of course, we got to come together and come with a reasonable,
Son comes home.
ideal plan.
Son comes
right?
home, and then you find a makeup box inside his backpack.
Bro, kids gonna do. At the end of the day, kids gonna do what they want to do, eventually. No
But how would you approach it?
no
How would
matter
you approach it?
how I would approach it, I would just try to get a better grasp on it. Like, if this is what ticks for you, I guess, and what works for you and what you really enjoy and makes you happy, then do it. Like that's how I feel. Like, because like I said, kids gonna do what they do, no matter what. No matter how many times you tell your kid turn off the game, once that time your mom go to sleep and she just can't wake up for nothing, right? That's when you pick up that remote and you get back on the sticks, right? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go old school, man.
Everybody know that time. So at the end of the day, the kids gonna want to do what they gravitate towards and what they truly enjoy. So try to enjoy it with them. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the ride with them. Enjoy the process and poke fun at it like how we should with everything. Make everything fun and enjoyable. So just don't take it like we just disrespecting it and laughing at it. We just laughing together at it, not at the situation, or whatever. But yeah, man, it can definitely get touchy with certain people. But yeah, we try not to offend nobody. We just trying to understand it. It's odd, of course. It's not a rare sighting where you see that every day. So like I said, it's just that it's like that picture on the poster with the guy just dressed like a woman. So it's different. So we never see it before. So it looks kind of off. It looks kind of funny, right? We get a giggle, a little laugh out of it. But we at the end of the day, we should respect everybody's decision. So if they truly, like I said, if they're truly happy of whatever it is, just let it go. have your 2 cents with it and let it go, man. Because, like I said, they're gonna end up doing it anyway. So ain't no point of trying to discourage it or whatever. But yeah, man, there's a lot of influence out there that could be getting the wrong influence, and that's true too. People aren't born hating on other people, or people aren't born racist, right? That's taught. You know what I'm saying? And they could be taught to be, and maybe not.
Is sexuality taught?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could not be taught that they're not a boy, or they're seeing something from somewhere teaching them that they're not who they are. They're the opposite exactly. So that's why we gotta really clamp down on what they're watching and what they're into, right? We gotta have that understanding of what they're watching, because shit, once they get a hold of YouTube, they can watch anybody. They could be watching us and this be all bad. You know what I mean? Like, they can get a hold of one channel that just automatically traps them into watching it.
Well, I'll be damned if they watch our TV show and get addicted to coffee, Vietnamese coffee.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, you got to be involved, man. You got to be involved with every decision until you feel like they're ready to make their own decisions. That's how I feel as a parent, right? My mom will never stop parenting me.
Can I just say something? What you just said right there, that's a child's mindset. But in reality is that they're always going to think that they're ready to spread their wings. At 10 years old, I thought I was ready to spread my wings.
Yeah,
already.
that's what I'm saying.
So they clearly, you have to talk sense to that. Even sometimes at 25, 30 years old, you still got to talk sense into people. So,
Bro,
I mean.
Like I said, I didn't feel like a full adult until I hit 30.
I didn't feel like a full adult until last week, man.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as a parent, you just got to try to get in the mix and know what they're doing, and hopefully guide them down the right path, right? You know what I'm saying? If that be, dressing up as a female, so be it. As long as they're being a positive person into their community and society, and contributing to their society, whatever the word is.
Contributing.
Contributing to their society, and then why not? You know what I'm saying? If that's what they truly enjoy to make them truly happy, then yeah, so be it.
Well, with that note, I wanted to talk about sorry to switch subjects like this, so whatever, but
it's about to be edited out anyway.
Nah, I might be too lazy to edit it out. Here's the thing, right? The reason why we haven't really shot too is because editing takes some time, right? And I don't like listening to myself. Carter, I don't know if he likes listening to himself, but
yeah, I get turned on listening to myself.
So I guess this episode's on you then.
Yeah, editing is it's a
tedious
thing. But my boy here is like, every time he hears his own voice, he be telling me like it's so dreadful. I'm like, bro, it's cool. You sound fine, bro.
Nah, it's just the way. Yeah. If anybody has, so it's with everybody. I mean, some people are naturally, accepting of seeing themselves on camera, and the rest of us, I mean, majority of us that hate it.
It's just like speech class or something. You know what I'm saying?
Speech class is another level too, but we'll get into another conversation. But if you like our content, please remember to click like and subscribe.
And that notification bell. Ding ding. Yes, please.
We're waiting on you. Go ahead.
Like right now.
Go ahead.
Time ticking. Did it yet?
Any second now.
Come on. I'll take it. Move your hand. Bam. That's it. Trying to take over the world now. We need your help.
Thank you.
Yay.
The other day, you said you wanted to address something about a friend of yours, and I wanted to shed light on that. It's because I felt like it was kind of important, to talk about these certain things. You know what specifically I'm talking about?
Shit, I'm kind of drawing a blank, but I remember I had that discussion.
The time was ticking for him.
Oh, right.
If you can you don't have to talk about who he is, but maybe possibly give him a profile so we can kind of,
So like, me and Jimmy was kind of, I guess, drafting or trying to get ideas of because we needed to put out something. We want to be able to put out something at least once a month to kind of keep in tune on track with the show or podcast that we're doing here. So Yeah, we've been busy the past couple months, and this kind of uh, it came to me, this person, a friend, and I was like, damn, this is like a really good eye-opening um, situation to where like we could talk about on the show because basically that's how I feel.
One, we're not saying it as in it's good news, but definitely something
It's eye-opening,
that
It's like
we want to shed light and awareness about.
yeah, because like I said, that's how I feel about this show. Like we here to kind of um, shed light on these dark places. That's how we started it, and it's damn near 1 year anniversary. That's when we started talking about these situations happening around our society, our community. So that's what got us to this table anyway. So it kind of fell on our lap around the same time. So um, like my friend came in and he just like asked me, "Can I keep it secret?" And I was like, "Yeah." Right. So he ended up figuring out that his time was ticking. He knew a date that was coming soon, that his life was just going to be gone, and he
Can you tell us what happened? Did he go to a doctor visit? How did he stumble upon knowing
yeah,
that
like
information?
I I kind of took it like shockingly, I guess you could say, because I didn't kind of know what to say at the time he said it, but I wish I would have said like I'm sorry to hear that. I should have been more um, emotional towards that
No,
conversation. I guess you could say.
it showed empathy.
Yeah, and showed him more empathy. But at that moment, I kind of just took it and stood there with him.
You were in shock. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I'm sorry for that. But he knows, like, I care for him as a good. He's a good person, and I look up to him, and I told him that I respect him a lot, and I'm happy to be in his life in a sense. So when he told me that, I was just, I was like, yeah, I didn't really say much, man.
How did he find out? Did he tell you that?
Oh yeah, so he basically was.
Routine checkup or something happened?
I think he's constantly talking or in tune with his doctor. So
No,
um,
was there something that happened? Was there a sign or symptoms or
yeah,
what? What?
like man, I don't know how to react in these situations. I guess I should have got more emotional with him and kind of like showed him more empathy and talked to him with more empathy. But he told me that there's these numbers that I kind of tuned it out. I don't know why, but he showed me these numbers and he was like, "This is what it's supposed to be," and then the number that he has is
Blood
like,
work?
yeah, I guess,
Oh shit. Okay.
and his numbers was like
Elevated.
way elevated over like 300%.
Was it cancer or what was it that they found?
Uh, they didn't say. He didn't say, but yeah, he just I don't know. Once he told me that he knows his time is short, my mind just kind of shut down and just I didn't really.
Yeah, you were in shock.
I just spaced out. I didn't think of anything. I just stood there with him, and it was just I should have been like more empathetic, like I said, gave him a hug or something, and that's how he broke down his way of life nowadays. Like that's how he walks through and walks out the door every day. Like he brushes everything off. You know what I'm saying? He's very um, positive person. But like if you take time away from him, even though it's out of his control, like things will be things will always be there. Like there's no way around it. Like you can't avoid traffic, right? So if he was to sit in traffic, that shit would like irk the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like anything to take time away from his short time already. You know what I'm saying? He gets a
So
little
right now he's feeling like an urgency. His time is ticking, so he's constantly feeling like he has to be on the move, and any time wasted is just
yeah. Any time wasted is like
yeah,
he gets really
emotional, upset. Yeah.
upset about it because his time isn't here. So that as he knows, so he's like anything that wastes his time, he gets really um, upset about, I guess I could say.
Well, if he's listening, I just wanted to say, we're sorry that you're going through this, and I hate to say that I understand exactly how you feel, but I actually can, um, because I myself too had felt like I was on my deathbed at one point, right? And what I wished, and I can't speak on behalf of him, right? But what I wished during that time when I was going through that was just to have an ear or have somebody just reach out and ask me how I was doing for my well-being. And it's tough, is because here's the thing. The thing that I realize now in hindsight is that I wish that I was more open to it, because I during that time I felt so alone, which led me into depression. You don't. Everybody around you doesn't know exactly what you're going through, and if you don't voice it, you can't really blame the people around you. Nor am I saying that you're blaming people, but it might feel that way at like, or it might look that way. And just to share with you a story, I had a friend passed away from cancer in 2003, 20 years ago. 2003, yeah, 2003, 20 years ago. And when I had found out the news, he had told me prior, probably in 2001, 2002. I was young during that time. And what you just said at first, it was what I wished I said to him. I'm sorry that this happened to you. But when he had told me, I I almost felt like he thought that I was ignoring him, because he had said, "Hey, Jimmy." I was like, "Hey, how you doing? It's been a while." And this was over at this place where we had to was mandated to do our probation during that time, and that's how I met him. And it's this Vietnamese Youth Development Center in the Tenderloin district. And when he had broke me that news, I don't know if it was called shock, but I almost dismissed what he said when he had told me, "Hey, Jimmy, I have cancer." And visually, when I saw him, I couldn't recognize him. His face was bloated. He was going through chemotherapy. He's losing all his hair. And he looked like he put on at least 50 pounds. And till this day, I think about that moment where I wish that I could have said something to at least acknowledge it, right? And I think that's the point that I'm trying to make. That, you know, we want to let the people that let them know that we're there for them if they need us, or we're at their disposal. Or we're all just one phone call away. But what can one phone call really do? You might ask. It can do a lot. And the thing about it is that a lot of folks, we tend to ignore these conversations, and it kind of sucks. It's kind of like this. Let's just say, for instance, if I knew your friend, right, and I called him out the blue. I called him out the blue because I heard about it. He looks at my phone, and the first thing that he's going to say is, "Man, why does motherfucker call me right now? It's been like 15 years and he hasn't spoke to me since." He has every right to feel the way he feels, right? And that might be fearful for some of us to actually call somebody to hit him up if we haven't spoken for so long, but we heard some bad news happen to them, and we just want to call him and say hi. And in their mindset, they're like, "Man, this motherfucker only called me when he needs something or something. But why is he gonna call me now?" But I'm telling you right now, if you have that friend that's going through something, hit him up and just say, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this has happened to you. I'm sorry for being a bad friend, and I'm trying to be here now." I'm not saying he might accept that, but that's a good start. That's how I feel. But it's a very, very tough phone call to make, and it's a very difficult thing to say. But I mean, it's got to start someday or somehow.
Man, it's a new day every day, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, sun goes down, sun goes up. It's a new day, you know. Um, History is a beautiful thing, man. You could cherish history, of course, man. I love everything about history. So, like, even with times now, and I love how things came to be and how they are now and shit like that. So, it's something that you shouldn't just throw away. You know what I'm saying? And just learn to respect and love that shit. And if you you haven't been talking to somebody for some time, it's you know what I'm saying? If they can be open minded enough to let go of that bad history you guys had, that's maybe why y'all don't talk or whatever. Man, just hit them up, man. And more often than not, I feel like people grow out of those stages.
Yeah, but when you're going through that state of depression,
Oh yeah, that's totally
it's
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 harder.
it's it's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah,
And I'm not speaking on your friend's behalf, but I'm pretty sure that he might be going through some things right now, and he's gonna need to hear that he has every support that I mean, he's gonna need that he has that emotional support from him and his family. And the hardest thing is for him to actually vocally say it out loud that he needs help. He's not gonna ask for it. When you're going through depression, you don't want people to pay attention to you because you want no eyes on you at all. You don't want people to worry about you, so you hide it. Or you lash out to try to avoid people. And there's good that can come from it if you let it happen, right? And
yeah. No, we
I almost think that. I mean, what do you think? What do you think that your mindset would be if you found out news like that? And what do you think that you wish people would say to you to comfort you in a time of need like that? What would you like? I'm just curious about what you think about
yeah,
goes through
empathy,
the
man.
mindset of that person.
Empathy, right? Don't dismiss the situation. You know what I'm saying? By trying to make it right with something, dismiss it. Just like just don't dismiss it, man. That's the key word. I feel like just show some empathy and
Sometimes it's a private matter that nobody wants to know. Look at what happened to prime example Black Panther Chad. Wait, I'm sorry, what's his name? Chad.
I don't know.
Black Panther, the one that died. No
Right,
one
the
knew
actor,
that he had cancer.
the actor, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And he went out with a bang. Right. No one knew. Right. And it was all shocking news. But um, now that you look back at it, he's like, damn, should have seen the signs, right? And I'm not saying that your friend is looking for the attention or don't give him attention, but he deserves that attention sometimes,
yeah, yeah,
and um, but if he's listening too, I mean, feel free to tell people that you don't like the attention too. That's okay too. But at the same time, just know that people that care about you truly and stuff, they just want to be there for you, and don't be afraid to ask for help if you need anything. I mean, that's the least that I would do for my friend. So and in the meantime, I mean, it comes up with that whole scenario with the whole bucket list, right? Of things that I wanted to do before I died, right? And then it started piling up and thinking about all these things. I mean, it's a tough. I mean, you're trying to give yourself purpose, right? To keep moving forward. But even at the time of depression that I was going through, I didn't care about my kids. I didn't care about what I had or anything. At that point, I was like, what is the purpose of living?
yeah,
And that's the thing, that when you're going through these things, these are the thought process that goes through your mind, and there is a purpose of living, and you can still not make things right with whoever it is that you want to reconcile with, but at the same time, there's certain unfinished business that I'm sure that goes through your mind that you wish that you had the opportunity to do, or reconnect with somebody that you haven't spoke to in a while, do certain things that you always wanted to try but you never had the opportunity to. But I think it's okay at this time for him to be selfish and think about himself. It's okay. And just know that around you, people are okay with that too. I mean, that's how I feel. I don't know how you feel. Do you think it's okay for him to be selfish at this time? Oh, sorry. When I say selfish, I mean to think about yourself, put yourself in front of certain things, you know. But let me also ask: does he have children? Is he married or anything?
Yeah, he's married.
Does he have kids?
He got kids. They out the house already though.
Mm. Okay. Has he told his children about it?
Uh, I don't know.
Well, that's probably something that
Yeah.
it should be eventually,
Yeah, eventually
talked
there's a
about.
conversation that's going to be had whenever the right time he feels it's going to be. So,
And the thing about it is that I'm not telling him to voice himself so he can have people look out for him. But at the same time, I understand that you don't want people to pity you because that's not what you're looking for, you know.
yeah, yeah.
And but at the same time, it's like it's okay to speak how you truly feel. I mean, the last thing you want to do is so honestly, this is what I would want to give myself, um, I guess, a peace of mind. If somebody had said to me, "Hey, Jimmy, no matter what happens, I promise you I'll do my very best to take care of, you know, your significant loved ones when you're gone." That's all I would want to hear. I want somebody to be able to take care of my kids, making sure that they have not financially or whatever, but just being looking out for them. That's kind of something that I would want to hear. That even if I'm gone, they'll they'll still look out for me, and that's the comfort that I look for in a true friend. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would want to hear. Uh, I guess stability in my family, I guess. And hopefully they do well. Uh, you only can control what you can control. Everything out of
speaking
your
to the mic.
everything that's out of your control is kind of like I try to live like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I do my part. You know what I'm saying? In the way I live every day. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, control what I can't control and learn to let things go of what I can't. To give my mind that word right there, that peace of mind. That's the most beautiful thing one person can have. You know what I'm saying? Peace of mind. And just imagine if somebody's going through all the trials and tribulations of life already. It's very stressful. That's why humans, that's how we survive. You know what I'm saying? Like we gather. You know what I'm saying? We become social and we do things together. That's the beauty of the human race, man. That's why we survive so long. Like we team up and enjoy the ride together, and like we feed off each other's knowledge, like all that, dude. Like so, when you hear somebody going through something like depression alone, it's just like it's the worst because no one should be going through anything alone, you know, and that's just not how we're built. We're built to be, um, I guess, in groups. I don't know, like family, friends, and like just lean on that. You know what I'm saying? And it's the true definition of venting.
Yeah, we're the only species that depends on each other for more than just 9 months, of pregnancy. Like it takes quite some time to nurture children into making their own decisions, and we need that tribe, we need that village to raise one child and one baby. You guys hear it quite often, but
Yeah,
it's
it
true.
takes a village.
Yeah.
I truly believe in that. Not one person can know everything. You know what I'm saying? What I might be lacking in one department, my boy Jimmy can be sharp in. So I've always been doing research on how to better myself and stuff like that. And people always say like, always have sharp tools in the toolbox. Or whatever they call it. Always keep some sharp tools around you because what you're lacking in. You know what I'm saying? Your people can help you pick it up. You know what I'm saying? And teach you that. So you don't want to be, of course.
You don't want to be good at everything. Be good
Yeah,
at one thing. Let the other people around you be good at that, and don't take other people's jobs. Let them do their thing.
yeah. It's just it's like the don't ever be the smartest person in the room, type of deal too. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? It makes total sense to me. Like, you want to be learning off each other. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, and just give that to the next generation or the people after you, so you can leave this place better than you left it, right? So I truly believe in that for sure. Yeah, man, just learning and trying to get that peace of mind is it can be hard and a struggle sometimes with people. So, like we always been saying, man, check in with your people and your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? You never know what they're going through and how they can learn to express it. Hopefully, through this podcast, this show right here. So, always try to take some positive out of the negative stuff, man. Don't hold none of that negative. I was just talking to my nephew about this shit. Like, negative, you you come out the house negative, man. You'll be interjecting that negativity everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, is just that negativity is gonna be around you. You can feel it, you can hear it, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? That's why people say practice being positive, man. Stay positive. People always say that, no matter how cheesy it sounds, but this is true, man. People feed off that shit.
Yeah, and the thing is that is contagious and toxic. And you know what else is contagious? Laughter. Spread laughter around and happiness around. It'll show.
Man, we just trying to raise awareness at the end of the day. That's what we always been about. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I mean, it's facts, man. Scientific facts, man. Like, and I see it. I've seen it. You know, the more negative you are, everything else is around you becomes negative, and the people. I've seen that head on, and that's what I research. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking facts, man. It's no denying it. So
Yeah,
it's
you have
like,
to drop one F-bomb, not to go look for that F-bomb later.
but yeah, it's just like, that's why we wanted to talk about it. That's why we want to give you guys that. Hopefully somebody out there listening, maybe that one person, but man, take that and hold on to that. Like, keep in mind, people going through some bullshit, man. So when you cross paths with them in traffic or whatever it may be, you never know what the fuck they're going through, and they just don't know how to deal. You know what I'm saying? Deal with that depression, deal with that shit.
And I wanted just to add to whatever we're talking about. Since we're talking about this, we want to just remind people that, we're getting older and everybody should be taking care of their health. We're telling you these stories is because we want to raise awareness that this is happening. And mortality, I mean, this is a thing that's inevitable, right? So, I mean, we can prolong our lives if we just kind of try to take care of our vessel, maintain it, go to the gym, eat better foods or eat less food.
Have some more self-respect, man.
Get out and move more.
At the end of the day, have some more self-respect for yourself to do better. You got kids in this world, you're supposed to be on top of your P's and Q's and making sure you be able to outsee them and live long enough to make sure they're on the right path and doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Are you doing your responsibility by keeping yourself to become a 10? If you're not a 10, at least work towards it.
My friend didn't take care of himself, so now he's reaping the repercussions of it. And he knows that, but he accepted it. And every day today, every day from now on, or I don't know, ever since he found out or whatever, I don't know how long it's been, but, he takes advantage of that day. And then he brushed things off much more easy. He's very easygoing with people. He loves people. He just makes everybody laugh, and he's very easygoing, and he's just stay positive. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you get hit with some news like that, man, motherfuckers will be so easy to lose themselves because what else they gonna fight for? That's what they thinking. But every day counts. Every day matters, man. Even though it sounds corny as fuck, but that's why we preaching this shit. It's just like, y'all gotta hear it. And it's just like how moms and parents do. They gonna keep repeating it until that shit get to your head. One of these days you're gonna realize, oh, that shit makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna keep repeating it too. So it's just like, that's what we here for. That's how we came about this show, and want to just keep preaching this positive shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we go through that and see all the bullshit that's going on with society, and man, every day, like every week, every month, we got some shit that we want to talk about that we need to talk about. So hopefully you guys can take the positive out of it and keep it moving.
So I'm going back to what I kind of had to tell myself during that time when I was feeling down and out, right? How do you get yourself to be happy again if you just got hit with this news, right? And that's a tough question to ask.
Talking,
And,
yeah, venting is very hard for
yeah,
people.
so what I would recommend is to go see a healthcare professional first of all. Now I'm talking about not just a physician, a mental health expert, meaning a psychiatrist
Or therapy.
or even therapy, right? And the thing about uh, why I'm saying this is because there's possible things that you don't quite understand on your own of why you act a certain way or treat people a certain way or how to make your daily life living just a little bit better, right? And these people are there for you to. They're professionals. They hear about this all the time, and they can give you their 2 cents to help you on your daily struggles and how to improve your life challenges, right? I mean, clearly, when you have cancer or you know that you're dying, you're going to feel, well, majority of people feel depressed, and with seize that opportunity and use your medical. I don't know exactly what medical that he has, but take advantage of your benefits.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
yeah. Sorry to cut you off, but it's like it goes without saying, man, and it's harder to say it and understand it and do it than somebody who lived through it, right? So it's just like we have to repeat it more so that it'll sink into your brain and kind of make you push yourself to want to do what you came out to, what you're supposed to be doing. I guess basically you could say.
hmm
But like I said, it's harder to, yeah, it makes sense. Oh, I should do it, but once you live through it, then you'll be much easier to take action on. But that's the point. That's why we're here. It's like we're trying to let you guys avoid that situation and take advantage of the opportunities you guys have, right?
so I'm not an advocate for using drugs to cure your problems and stuff like that, but I do want to just say I did a little research back then about depression, and what fell in my lap was these certain treatments that they usually used to do for cancer patients that were going through depression, and they actually had good results that came from this. So they actually did research studies on LSD.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, LSD is like a man-made thing back in the 1960s, so they used to use it for recreational drugs, right? And they actually found health benefits from that. There was LSD, there was psilocybin, which is magic mushroom shrooms, and the newest one they found out was ketamine. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to promote this or whatnot, but they said that there was actual medical research studies behind this, um, tr- treated with therapy, cognitive therapy. The two really go well together, and they actually saw really good results from it. And they would even say that these cancer patients were no longer afraid to die anymore.
Mm.
So maybe that's something to consider: seeking professional help and being under the right circumstances and the right environment with the right people. I mean, who knows? It could help, right?
Yeah. Just just don't go anything to into it like
If you need shrooms, I know a guy.
just don't go into anything with like without any research, right? You
hmm
don't want to go into anything like blindfolded. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you just walk into a room and you don't know nothing that's going on? You gotta know something, and definitely those options are available in like Oregon out here, right? You can get a professional person who's done a ton of research. Supposedly, this is why they're professionals, right? They've done a lot of research and their due diligence about the topic, so they can give you the best help that they could possibly give you on this information. So yeah, definitely dot your I's and cross out your T's or whatever, and do yourself the due diligence of the proper research going to a professional about it. You know what I'm saying? So why not? You know? And besides that, yeah, therapy, man. Like I said before, like my closest people even tell me, like, dude, like, I'm like, that's why, that's why we're here too. Like, I don't want to give up on this because it is giving people out there the proper, I don't know about proper, but it is opening their mind about
it gives them hope. That's what I believe that it gives them.
Yeah, it gives them hope about them being being able to be comfortable about talking about the situations that they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, just venting itself. Like I said before, he was one of my close friends was able to just yell. Just yelling, and I was like, dude, just think about that. Just yelling itself, he had to let out a yell because he didn't know how to reciprocate that.
Oh, that's me in the car when I'm pissed off about something. I be punching the steering wheel.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, or when I'm in the
That's
bedroom,
one way
I'm
to
mad,
do it.
just
You know what I'm saying?
punch the mattress a
It'll
couple
feel
times.
good, but at the end of the day,
Don't punch the wall anymore. Okay?
Just don't start breaking bones.
Yeah.
You know that ain't gonna be too healthy for you, and you ain't gonna be able to do what you got to do on a daily basis. But there's certain steps you could do by just easily talking, man. Like, it ain't as easy for everyone.
Talking is the hardest part.
Yeah,
right?
But practice. How cliche it sounds, practice makes perfect, and you got to do it. You have to do it in baby steps. Baby steps, and like I said, seek professional help. Therapists can kind of guide you down the right steps.